Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Manalien and today it is time for my very first sketchbook tour. This video is in no way original whatsoever. I think every single artist on YouTube has done one of these and I will probably be doing another one when I finish my other sketchbook. But I thought I would just take the time to show you what went into this sketchbook because it is 3 years long. It's a teeny tiny little sketchbook. And it's the very first sketchbook that I have completely filled from cover to cover, every single page with some sort of drawing. I have never actually filled up a sketchbook. I am one of those people that I just love buying new sketchbooks and drawing in them because, I don't know, it just feels so nice having such a new sketchbook to fill with ideas. And then I never actually fill it. I just buy another one. So I got the idea to draw on the front cover and the back cover from a YouTuber called drawingwiffwaffles. I have been obsessing over a lot of her videos for a while now. They really inspired me to fill in this sketchbook. So I drew on the front cover with these Posca markers. I have a little box full of different colors and I just basically just doodled all over the front of it. You know, I just got kind of bored and just, yeah, made it look a little bit more artsy and a bit prettier. This is the second time I have filmed this video because the first time I filmed it, the audio was really messed up, and now I'm doing it again with a better microphone, so hopefully this seems a bit better in quality. So yeah, without further ado, let's open her up and see how I went. I have to fold that back there. So anyway, so this is the very first page. I bought this sketchbook when I was going to Bali, which was July 1st, 2017. I really liked that holiday. But yeah, essentially I just bought the sketchbook and I really wanted to draw every day from July 1st to the end of the year. Clearly that didn't end up happening. I ended up finishing beginning this year. But yeah, essentially this is just like a little doodle page and I made it look like a very sketchbooky page, which you'll quickly find out that a lot of my pages are not sketchbooky pages. This little illustration on this side, I was going through a rather tough time back in 2017 and I felt very much how this picture depicts. I felt very sad, very blue. It was kind of the spark of mental health issues for me, or, you know, the spark that made me realize I had bad mental health issues. This page was just a little insert from beginning the sketchbook, kind of trying to inspire myself what I was doing. But yeah, that's the first couple of pages. I really like this. That's really cool. I had a couple of illustrations on these pages in here that I ended up just covering up with brown craft paper because I hated them and they spark bad memories for me. So I just covered them up with craft paper and drew these portraits, which I got the references from Pinterest. You can follow me on there if you like. But yeah, I was just practicing some little portrait things. I really like this one because it's quite quick. This one reminds me of a girl I went to school with who was really pretty. And then just a little bit more portrait practice. This was practicing with the white Posca markers and the gold Posca marker on craft paper to see how it looked. This is a little doodle I did in my notebook for university. This guy is really cool. I really want to turn him into a different illustration and I might do that because I really like the way the skull is. But this was for Inktober 2018, so we're already a year beyond when I first started doing this book. So you can tell that I just open sketchbooks and just start drawing and never finish them. So yeah. So I was playing around with a couple of pens I got in a Scrawler box, art box, and yeah, it was the very last day of October for Halloween and I just drew him. couple of little portrait illustrations just of this little dude that I doodled in one of my uni lectures, and I tried to fix him up and I just ended up messing it up. Kind of like him a little bit more. But bit of feet practice. This is really cool. I absolutely suck at drawing hands and feet. You just can't do them, even though I've done so many years of life drawing. Yeah, they just don't work for me. This is really cool though. That's kind of a good little sketch in this one. A little bit long in the foot, but it's kind of alright. This is really weird. I'm gonna change this. So this page is just me practicing with some brush pens that I got in a Schooler box as well. Just sort of testing them out, seeing how they're going. And this page, very clearly, I was not going through a very good time. I really like this, and I really like this. I'm not entirely sure where I got that from, but I'm fairly sure I did not just come up with that. But yeah, clearly not going through a very good time in this page. A couple of more little doodles. This is essentially what my sketchbook is. It's just all these like random little things just to pass the time. Ooh, this is a really good page because like you can see me trying and practicing the head shapes, which is something I suck at. I really dislike drawing people just because I'm not very good at it. I can never get the proportions correct and they always just look really weird, so I try to draw cartoony people like this. Like, I don't know, I know the steps on how to do it and my brain just cannot compute. It's really weird. We can just ignore that one. This is a very empty page, but yeah, I like these. They're cute. Very nice. Yet another little empty page, essentially. I really want to know how artists can make every single page in their sketchbook look like a work of art, because mine is just like all these random ideas just kind of thrown into the book that I just sort of jot down from time to time. I do continue to do this little spaceship everywhere a lot, but it's essentially just me kind of messing around with the pencil and getting to know the media that I'm working with a bit more. Like, it's not anything special. Like, you see some artists like Drawing with Waffles, her sketchbooks always look so incredible. They look like literal works of art, and even though they're nowhere near her final composition or her final artwork, they just look really good. And then I have these pages that are just, I don't know, like empty things, and I just leave me tips in the comments down below on how to make pages look a bit more like this, a bit more like an artwork and like an artist thinking, because it just, I don't know how to do that. I turned this little illustration into an actual bigger illustration. I didn't post it because I couldn't really photograph it very well. I'll pop it up somewhere here on the screen. Don't know. But yeah, this is really cute. I was really feeling my drawing skills that day. Once again, a page that's very empty. This page and the pages after it, just me practicing with Pinterest models a little bit more, sort of getting to know like the human form and the body a bit more. This is a little body positivity page because no matter your size, you should be respected and feel beautiful. I mean, like, look at her. And clearly we're in 2019 now. So, yay. These are little thumbnails and practice drawings for the Adelaide Fringe poster. Every year they do a competition for their poster / their design for the Fringe, and I didn't actually enter this because I ran out of time to do it. I was just so busy, so yeah, I just kind of forgot to do it. But this is going to be my idea. I will probably do that again though. I might enter it in next year. You never know. This was me practicing portraits again. I was practicing people of different skin tones to what I am, which you can probably tell I'm very white. And I was just practicing with some Copic markers. This one didn't really turn out very well. She's a little bit too dark to see the features. In their actual picture she looks so much more beautiful than I do her justice. I don't mind this one though. It's kind of gorgeous. Yeah, and someone with vitiligo who is absolutely incredible. This page was a little design for some characters. I just wanted to draw up some little people because I just felt like practicing people a bit more, and I ended up sticking this watercolor page in here just because it's matched with what I was practicing on, and I was sort of designing up some little bookmarks and stuff to do. This one's really cool, and so is this one. Once again, more little characters with this girl's extremely long arms. It's kind of funny. A little planet and a little girl, which is actually kind of cool. I was going to turn her into something as well, and I never got around to it. But yeah, that's really cool. This was me designing a little dinosaur for a client that they didn't end up using. They went with a different design, and I just fixed up their design. But I ended up turning this guy into a digital illustration, and he's really cute, and I really like him. I'm really proud of him. I love him so much. This, I was playing around with a bit of lino art, so I have turned this into a little lino panel, and I was using it and stamping it on some wrapping paper for someone's birthday. And then we reach Inktober 2019. Another YouTuber / illustrator I've been following is Furry Little Peach. Last year she came up with this prompt list for Inktober of 2019, and I decided to follow that instead of the proper prompts from the proper Inktober page, just because, I don't know, I liked it a bit more, and hers seemed a little bit more simple, and I kind of come up with some better ideas. So the next few pages are just me planning and doing thumbnails and playing around with all of the different prompts and illustrations for Inktober that year. And I will hopefully be doing Inktober this year, 2020. Just depends whether or not I've got enough time. I hope I can do it. But yeah, we shall see. I really like this page because it was me practicing with the dip pen and ink, and I just ended up really liking it, and I started using the dip pen and ink to outline the rest of my Inktober illustrations from these days onwards, because I just like the feel of it so much more than just a normal black felt tip pen. It was so nice and great. Yeah. Some of these pages I already had an idea of what I wanted to do for the Inktober illustration, and then I just kind of plotted it out on the page a little bit to fix it. Like this one I already knew I wanted to do a park bench, so I just kind of had to sort it out, and this obviously a fox, so I had to come up with ways to be able to do it. Like this one, blue, I was going to do a blue whale, so I did that, and sleep, I knew I was going to do a koala, so there's not much on the pages. And yeah, my little swatches for my Ecoline watercolor inks that I used. What is English? And then I made a little 2020 calendar for my family and friends for Christmas. I ended up taking a lot of the Inktober illustrations that I had done in October and just putting them in the calendar, as well as other illustrations I had done instead of creating new ones, because it was just quicker and easier, and I'd kind of run out of time to get them printed in time for Christmas. This is when my friend and I went to a little cafe down at the beach, and we just sat and drew and had coffee and had a lovely little breakfast date. And there's her, thinking about a cocktail, and this guy. I don't know, it's pretty cool. This is hopefully for a future video, I have to watch it. I have a huge amount of these Faber-Castell connector pens, and I want to use them to create an illustration, but I have to do that and figure out what I want to do first. This is how many I have. Too many. Some more little doodles. I was just playing around with another brush pen that I got. I think I have it here actually. Nope, never mind, I don't have it there. Anyways. But yeah, this little doodle thing. I, for some reason, became absolutely obsessed with these eyes that I did on these characters, and I just put them on every single one of them. Even this little Mike Wazowski down here. I don't know, guys. Like, often I will find a little feature that I absolutely love, and I'll just keep doing it and keep doing it until I get sick of it, and it looks really annoying. Little planning of headings for the calendar that I did, and the little poster that I printed off. Not really much to show, it's just me playing around with typography, really. And yeah, more weird doodly pages pretty much in those. This was me practicing little facial features again, practicing like lips in particular and stuff like that. I think she looks really cool. I really like the depth and stuff in her hair a bit more. The lips are a little bit weird, but yeah, I think she's really cool. And if you'd seen previous video, this is the thumbnail for the Purple Princess that I did. I think she's a couple of videos ago now that I drew her in watercolor. But yeah, filmed this November 19. Wonderful. I don't know. This is when Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, and I became absolutely obsessed with the starter Pokemon because they're so cute. Like, look at little Sobble. They're so cute. But essentially, I was just practicing drawing them, having a bit of fun. My little score bunny. I ended up choosing Grookey as my first Pokemon, and I managed to get Sword. Derp. Couple of bit more practice, bit of typography heading and things like that. And then coming towards the end of the book, I decided to draw a little bit of mushrooms, and then from those mushrooms I got inspired to do some jellyfish, because I don't know, they just kind of look a bit like mushrooms. They're kind of like water mushrooms, except a bit more dangerous. Unless you eat mushrooms, then they're dangerous. But anyways, so yeah, I was just playing around with all these different types of mushrooms and different shapes and jellyfish, and yeah, I really like them. And that's the end of my sketchbook. I kind of planned to turn these into a sort of illustration, but I haven't yet, so it's just a lot of me trying to plan stuff and it never actually eventuating because I have very low self-esteem. That's what we're talking about. So there you have it. That is my very first filled sketchbook tour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see the next one, be sure to give me a like and let me know down below. If you have any tips for filling up a sketchbook and what I should put in it, also let me know. With that, I make videos whenever I feel like it, which is obviously very clear because it's been a couple of months since I posted my last video. But yeah, that's that. Hope I'll see you guys around, and I hope you're all well and have a lovely day. Bye!